Hi everyone, I am Alchemistic. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to me, thank you so much for joining me. And if you're returning to me, of course, thank you so much for returning to me. If you're not subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. Go ahead and click that subscription button and click the bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos. I do post multiple videos per week. Let's go ahead and get into this. So I want to talk about a few topics here, and this might turn into a rant. I don't know. We're just going to go with it. But I want to talk about a bunch of misconceptions with some of my clients recently and people in comments and things like that, DMs, that there's a lot. So first, I've already done a video on this, on why the technique doesn't matter, why the method doesn't matter. It's all you. But another thing that people are not understanding is the difference between God state and narcissism. So I want to talk about that. I also want to talk about how you need to still be human, right? You can know yourself as God. You can know yourself as the I am. You can know yourself as all these things, but we need to talk about how you're still having a human experience. So we're going to discuss all that. There's a few other things that I might discuss as far as I've been asked I've been asked if there's particular coaches that I recommend. What's the best coach? What's the best method? What's the best technique, right? We're going to talk about all that. So before I get into this, if you would like to work with me personally, links are always in the description. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. So first, I want to talk about the difference between narcissism and God state. So a lot of people have this misconception that if you know yourself as God, if you know yourself as the I am, if you know yourself as all that is, you're being narcissistic. And that's not the case. So I'm going to give my take on it, is that knowing yourself as all that is knowing yourself as everything in your reality is just you. Everything in your reality is just a reflection of you. I am you. If you're watching me, I am just a reflection of you. You manifested me, right? I came into your awareness because of your thoughts, assumptions, beliefs. And I am just here to remind you of what you are, right? Of your power. Now, knowing your power as God, knowing your power as the I am, knowing your power as reality is all that is a lot different than narcissism. So I want to talk about that, okay? When we talk about SP situations and we talk about putting ourselves on the pedestal and taking the SP down, there is a huge difference to me personally from that to thinking that you are above everyone, that your SP isn't equal to you, right? Because literally everyone is you. Everyone is you. So just understand that. So if if people in your reality aren't coming to you in the correct way, this is why these coaches say this, is to put yourself above them, because then that puts you in the state of knowing your power, of knowing that you are all that is, of knowing that no one is above you, right? But there's a huge difference between knowing someone is above you and thinking you can just step all over them. I personally do not resonate with the stuff that's out there that's make him obsessed, make her obsessed, right? As in, this person needs to be obsessed with you. It's one thing to be in a meditation and view your person as daunting on you, as worshiping you and all these things in a meditation. It's another thing entirely to view them as they're insignificant. You want this person for a reason, right? You want this person for a reason because they are you. I am you. Everything is you. You have this desire for a reason, right? It's kind of like whenever I see people and coaches say that they're the best that ever was, cool, that's great, right? That gets you into the self-concept of I am amazing, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, there's a huge difference between the coaches that will say, only my technique works, and they'll make fun of other coaches' techniques and methods. Here's the fact, guys, is that every technique, every method, every modality out there works if you say it does. Shocker, right? I personally do not like robotic affirmations, but I have clients that do. I have clients that it works for them. Great. I manifest by just knowing that my thing is my thing, right? Knowing that I already have it, knowing that it's coming or whatever, right? And it happens. I just know things into existence. But not everyone can do that, and that's okay, right? The best technique, the best method is whatever resonates with you. I've said this before. You could cast a spell and say that spell is going to get your thing. It's not the spell itself, it's you. Right? You create everything in your reality. You're never not manifesting. Everything in your reality is just a reflection of you, including me, right? Everything is a reflection of you. So I want to talk about, again, the difference between God's state, knowing yourself as God, knowing yourself as all it is, knowing yourself as that everything outside of you is just you, knowing yourself that everything outside of you is just another expression of God. That versus I'm above everyone. They're my little minions, right? I personally don't agree with that. That to me is narcissism. It's when people are viewing this in a way where like, oh, this person has to be on their knees begging for me. Begging for forgiveness. I'm going to give them a little bit of crumbs. That to me is more narcissism. Because it's not really coming from a place of love, right? Love is all that is. You are love. You are the essence of love. So why would you want to treat yourself that way? Because these other people in your life, these if it's an SP, they are just you. So why would you want to treat yourself that way? Ask yourself that. Okay? To me, God's state is knowing yourself as the operant power of your reality. Knowing that no matter how someone shows up in your life, you gave them the script for it. Right? And it's okay to have emotions around that. It's okay to think, I don't want this. It's okay to think this isn't real, because if it doesn't feel real, then it's not. That's the beauty of it, right? Because you create your reality. So if you view something as this doesn't seem right, this isn't real, that's because you shifted to a reality that isn't your desire. That just means that your desire does exist in another reality and you're just going to shift over to it. That's it. That is it. That is the secret sauce. So let's talk a little bit about why I don't agree with a lot of coaches out there. So I get questions all the time. Do you like this coach? Do you like that coach? Many of you know that I don't resonate with a lot of coaches. And the reason why is because I've personally gone to quite a bit of coaches. And some of them told me the things that I've experienced, the things that I have manifested in my reality were impossible. Nothing is impossible. If you know the law and you know yourself as God and you know yourself as the I am, how is anything impossible? I've cured my own cancer. I've changed the weather. I've physically changed my body. I've brought in multiple SPs, both romantic and platonic. I've had situations, and I don't even want to say it on here because people won't believe me, and that's fine. I talk about it in my personal coaching sometimes, as long as the client resonates with it. I've had situations that people tell me, no, that's not possible. You just remembered wrong. No, I didn't remember wrong, because here's the thing. All of your memories are going on right now. They go on your head. And memory doesn't exist unless you remember it. So I want to talk about how I don't agree with a lot of coaches that say, I'm the best coach out there, and the way this person said it is wrong. And if you don't do the technique my way, you're wrong and you're going to fail. That's bullshit. That is straight bullshit. Because you literally are the God of your reality. You are reality itself. You are all that is. So how can someone outside of you tell you how you can do things? The truth of the matter is, manifestation, which is reality shifting, is all about you. You are the technique. If you say every time I do this certain thing, this thing happens, then it's true. If you say a prayer and pray to God and then it shows up, it's not the prayer. It was not God. It was you. If you cast a spell and your thing shows up, it wasn't the spell. It was you, right? It's kind of like when people say, how should I write this affirmation? What feels best to you? What feels best to you? What do you resonate most with? That's what you do. What do you have the least resistance against? Because it's all about you. It's all about your core beliefs. It's all about your assumptions and your awareness. Your awareness on it. Because the I am or the universe just says yes. If you say my person hates me, the universe says yes, okay, your person hates you. If you reframe that, and you can feel all the feelings, cry it out, absolutely. See, I'm one that says that your feelings aren't the secret as far as emotions, right? Go watch my video on that. Your feelings aren't really the emotions. It's the inner knowing. It's the intuition. It's the awareness. I have literally been devastated, crying myself to sleep every single night and still manifested. That's my fixing my son's my relationship with my son story. It's on my channel. I was devastated every single night. I was crying every single night, and it still happened. Why? Because my core belief, my inner knowing, was that this will unfold no matter what. Period. So it's not a technique. It's not a particular coach, right? Go to the coach that you resonate most with. Go to the coach if you feel like getting coaching that you have the least resistance against. Okay? But you really don't need a coach. And I'm saying this as one. You don't even need me. You just need you. You just need you, your knowing, your beliefs, and that's it. We are just you. We are just you telling you what you already know. So that's it, guys. That is literally it. That is everything. And like I said, personally, I don't agree with that everyone needs to bow down to you and worship you, because that's more narcissism to me. They are you. Why would you want that for yourself? Would you want that for yourself? Right? Me personally, I treat others better than I expect them to treat me, but then they end up treating me even better. Because of my core belief that I am the reality itself, they are me anyway. So then that's what happens. Right? Now, another thing that I don't agree with, and this will be a little bit of a rant as well, is the whole black cat energy, right? The whole ignore him and treat him like shit, or ignore her and treat her like shit to get her to run and chase you, or to get him to run and chase you. I don't agree with that. I don't. And if you agree with that, more power to you. If that's what works for you, more power to you. I am not the coach for you. And that's fine. See, it's all individual. There is no right or wrong, right? But for me personally, I do not identify with the whole cat energy stuff of playing these games. Me personally, I know that me being myself, whether that's reaching out first or not, will get my end result regardless. And because I have that core belief, it works every time. It works every time. So if you resonate with the black cat energy, do it. If you feel resistance against it, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Don't try to force someone else's technique and someone else's method if it doesn't resonate with you. If it doesn't feel right. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not right. If it feels right, then go for it. That's the key. That is the ultimate key. Is how does it feel to you intuitively? The feeling is the inner knowing, okay? No matter what type of intuition you resonate with. And this is the same thing with astrology, guys. This is the same thing with anything. If you resonate with astrology, great, go with it. If you don't, then don't. It's all you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but reframe it to how it works best for you. So if, I don't know, Mars is in retrograde and it's in your sign, and you know this astrologer is saying that this is going to happen and that's going to happen, and it doesn't resonate with you, you don't like that because that's not your desire, then flip it. Because Mars is in retrograde, all of these things are going to align for me. Everything is working out for me perfectly. Everything is falling into place perfectly. And then that has to show up. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. This was a little bit of a rant. But yeah, there's no perfect coach out there. There's no perfect technique. There's no perfect method. Okay? It's all you. That's it. That is it, guys. But thank you for sticking with me through this little rant. And I hope that this video helps somebody. I hope that and I don't even have to hope, I know it will. I know that this video is going to resonate with people. I know that it's going to hit whoever it's meant to hit. And yeah, it's always my assumption that no matter when you're watching this, day or night, that you're going to have the most amazing day or night of your life. And I already know that to be a fact, so it has to be true. Take care.